Hello, I'm here today to try and diagnose the problem of the engine not starting, not even cranking. So what I've done so far is I checked the dome light when I try to crank the engine to see if the light will dim. It won't dim. I checked the voltage drop across the positive and negative to see if there's a voltage drop. There's no voltage drop. So now I'm going to try then check the solenoid for the starter motor. What I've done so far is I have gotten some tools from the auto parts store, and I got this torch set, and I have a set of metric wrenches, opening and close wrenches. I think are going to help me with this job. I also got a piece of wire, so I read and check online in some YouTube or some different things that people are doing to test the starter. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do that. This is a Bmw X3 3.0. Let's get started. First thing, I'm going to take the air intake, start taking all of this out. So undo the clips. I already loosened up the hose clamps. Take this out. I take this, lift this tab, and pull the wire out. I'm going to set this aside. Take the air filter. I'm going to take the snorkel. This piece has got a couple of attachments here. All you have to do is put your hand here and pull on it. The whole piece comes out. This piece I'm going to take as well. There was a hose clamp on the bottom. I loosened the hose clamp, and then I took a screwdriver and pried from underneath, like pushing on the gasket from underneath, so it can come loose. And there it is. The hose clamp remains in here. I'm just going to leave it there so I don't lose it. That's the air intake. I'm also going to go ahead and plug that hole with something, piece of towel or rag or something. Just going to plug it in so nothing falls in there. Okay. Now, one other thing that I noticed as well, this solenoid, I don't know what it is for, is pretty warm. This one right here is pretty hot. I don't know what it does or what it's for. Oh, as a disclosure, I am not a mechanic. I don't work on BMWs. I have worked on other vehicles before, but changing little things here and there, but nothing major. Okay, on the stuff that I reviewed, there is the coil has a cable that goes through here. It goes to the starter coil. It's a white cable that goes through here, and it comes out through here, and it's underneath the air muffler. There's a connection there. This clip is on the back. All you have to do is push on this metal clip. You push it in, and it unlocks it. That's the white wire that goes to the starter solenoid. It's a 3-prong, but it only has one connection. But you'll be able to see it once you look in there. It's a three-prong, and you can test it there. So I'm going to test the voltage drop there. Take this out of the way. First, I'm going to check the voltage coming out of the battery. 12.5, 12.6 volts. 12 point like that, so I can look at it. .2. I didn't realize the camera turned off. The other test, the following test, is to check the solenoid directly. So what I do is I take this wire, plug it in directly into the 3-prong probe with the push pin, plug in the wire. Then I use a known power source right here to send power directly to the solenoid. See, it's sparking. Solenoid is not starting. It's not cranking. That's telling me that the problem is the starter. So we need to remove the manifold. That's where all these tools are going to come in handy. First step in removing the manifold, very first step, is disconnect the battery. So that's what we're going to loosen this nut off. And the vanity cover from the Bmw X3. We have 3 Torx screws. One. So I already loosened them with the T30. So we just gotta remove them with the finger. Then the cover pops loose. Cover comes out, and we have our fuel manifold here. This one here and this one here. You push down on this tab, and you lift the locking mechanism up, and just pull the plug. I use a screwdriver to help me pull it out. Right. All the parts that are attached to the manifold. See if I can. There might be an easier way to do this, but this is my first time, so bear with me. Never done this before. I remove the screws for here, over there, and also the hose clamp that attach this right here. Now this boot right here, I've been told it gets damaged when you try to take it out. I'll take this boot out, and to take this board out that's got some wires attached to it, also have to remove this clip right here. It's got a couple of screws over here on the back. I have to remove that. I need to break the seal by pushing down here. So I got it out. Pushing all the way around this ring in the inside with this flat screwdriver to get it loose from this ring, metal ring right here. Once I did that, it broke loose. Just got a little bit of damage here. but it's okay. Other than that, it's not too bad. The hose clamp should be able to go right over that and give me a good seal. Also loosen this bracket right here. There was a couple of screws there. What I did is I used this angle tool with the Torx bit, with the drill here, and I was able to get in there with this tool. So it comes in handy. I had to go get it because it was hard for me to get those two screws out. So I got that bracket loose. Now I gotta take this piece out that's attached to the manifold. Piece, I took the screws that were holding it. There were 4 screws that were holding this piece. So I just pry with the screwdriver here. Throttle body. Get that out. I still need to get this throttle over here off. Anything that's got cables attached to it, I have to remove. That has a lot of cables on the bottom attached to it. Gotta remove that piece, those 4 screws, and then see what happens. Alright, I took these 4 screws from this place here, and it's loose now. I'm also keeping an order of all the screws I take out, and I keep an order as I take them out, so I know which order to use to put them back in. Filter. These clips right here, they go and they turn, and this is the air filter for the X. Goes inside like that. Taking it out so I can clean it. I'm trying to see what else I can take off. As you can see, it's very dirty. It's actually like this. This side is up. This side is down. I'm gonna have to remove the fuel manifold. There is a few bolts, 2, 3, and 4 over there. Because this line right here, this black line, is on top of the manifold. I cannot take this thing off without removing this whole assembly. So that's what's next. It looks like there is a clip right here to remove the fuel injector. It's a magnet with an extension to help me retrieve all those little parts. Alright, I'm gonna see if I take the rest of them out. Lifting the fuel manifold and I see some fuel leaking. I'm using this tool to pry. I just bought it from Home Depot. $7. You have to pry stuff up. I cannot get to the back. I have to remove all that stuff to get to the back. Got one more wire right here that I just clipped off the top of the manifold. Took the fuel line off. I'm gonna take this off. That's an interference taking off the manifold. starter right there, and I'll get to it from here. Okay. We got these two still hooked up. There's my starter over there. And these two wires need to be pulled away. A couple of hoses. Plug all the intakes out. And this, just pull it up and pull it up. You should be able to remove that. Okay. So replace, took these rivets out and took the bolts from there and from here, and now this piece can come off just like that. All right, disconnect a couple of hoses from there. Okay, we got more. We have there's an electrical box over here, and it has a couple of screws there, and then we gotta remove this one connection right here as well, attached to the manifold. Now those connectors, you're supposed to be able to squeeze the opposite side of it and release it, but it's not working. So I devised two little tools I put on each end. I'll show you how that's done to remove that connection. That's the next step. This kit with various tips and screwdrivers. So what I do is I use the small tip right here, and I use another one right here. I use these two. I put them in the connection, show how I'm going to do that, and to pull that out. That's what it looks like with the pieces put in there. Now all I need to do is use these. Loose. I lost another tip somewhere in there. Now I got two screws that hold this box right here. Okay, after removing the electrical harness here that was attached to those 2 points, I got one more connection, and that's back there with the fuel line. Looks like a little clip. I just have to remove that. Alright, I'm going to pull the camera down. Line. Now let's see if this comes out. Alright, here we go. Manifold removed. Now that's my starter motor right there. I see the two screws that I have to remove. Okay, so I see two. There is one on the back side, and there is one on the front side. The swivel ratchet. Got a couple of extensions. I'm going to put a universal for angle. And I'm going to pull my E14 Torx reverse socket. Okay, not too bad. Okay, that's one. For the back side, there's another one on the back. on the other side. So for that one, I'm gonna use this torques, and I'm just gonna use this quick release so I can get to it. For that one, I'm going.
What is the key of your car, sweetie?
It always is.
Stay.
It worked. There with the hand. So then we use
Okay, I'm in the car now.
this. No way to get it out easy. I do it the old-fashioned way. Back together. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to clean everything inside here. It's got a lot of accumulation of dirt and everything, so I'm gonna just take the vacuum and just vacuum everything out. This is the brand new motor. I got it from Napa Auto. This new motor is going to be positioned like this, so the coil is going to be 12 o'clock. You're going to have the thread end on this side. On this side, there's no threads on this one for the 2007 X3. I don't know for all the other vehicles, I just know for this one. Now, when I ordered this motor through AutoZone, it came with both ends threaded, and the coil came set at 3 o'clock. Now you guys know the clearances on the BMW is not that much, so if I have to do any modifications to the motor, to me it's not the correct motor. So I returned it and I ordered from Napa. From Napa is $168 including tax in Virginia. The one from AutoZone was going to be for $124, also returning the core charge. That's the motor returned the core charge. From other auto parts stores, I tried to order from Pep Boys. They said they had the motor. There was no picture of it, but it was 3 to 5 business days to get it. And from Advance Auto Parts, the same problem. Do your homework, and for me, Napa Auto Parts, it's got the right motor, so don't need to waste your time like I did trying to find the motor. So now we're going to put the motor in place. We're going to start. This is the most important thing, going backwards, installing the everything, because this is going to be the proper sequence. Dismantling, I found a lot of problems and I got a lot of things out of sequence, but this is the proper way to do it. Put it back. So we're going to put the motor. So I'm going to bring it in with the screws.
Which one's 2 inches or 1?
These are special screws that came with this. Now the screws that came with this motor, that came with this car, are aluminum screws.
Oh.
So these aluminum screws, I recommend, here they are. They're very lightweight, and these screws, that's too closely. We're gonna use the Torx wrench on this right here
The Torx wrench. In case people don't know what
with
it
a
is.
swivel on it.
A
All
swivel.
right. You don't want to use anything other than a Torx wrench because the screw is aluminum. It's going to have an aluminum head, and if you use other wrench than a Torx, that aluminum head will strip on you. Once it strips, then you're going to have a pita to try and get it out, try to work with it at all. Starting the threads with your fingers. Make sure you don't cross thread these bolts. If you cross thread them, it's gonna damage that thread. You have to tighten these bolts really good. I read an article where the gentleman did not tighten the bolts real good, and after about 8 months he had problems with his starter motor. They're almost all the way in.
So just go back and forth.
I just put the socket on the wrench, one side then the other. Looks like that one bottom out. See that one bottom out. Now they both bottom out. Now you have to be careful. You cannot over tighten this. You will break off the head of the bolt. You will break the bolt inside. So if you have a Torx wrench, that I don't, I recommend using one. You can rent one and torque it to the appropriate strength.
Huh?
I think that's about right on the back.
What? Wait 1 second. Okay? You can.
I think that's pretty tight. It looks like it's sat in there good. I tighten it, but not too tight. I just hope it doesn't come loose. Now we're gonna do the electrical. We have the white wire. This clip goes in there, like so. There. Okay. And this one goes in there like so. You have to push the little clip in to put it in and push it in to get it out also. Those clips are very, very tricky. This one you push in. This one you really can't push. Oh, you could push in too. Yeah. Push in. Just this one didn't want to push in when I first tried to get it. Didn't want to push in. So push in and snap it in place. Okay. This connection right there. Well, I guess I should have put that one in first. That goes in first.
Daddy, you forgot to vacuum.
Yes, I will vacuum later. Most of the screws here were not that tight. So don't be cranking like you're He-Man. It's gonna break some of this stuff off. Okay, that's done. I guess the other motor would have worked sitting at 3 o'clock here, but then the connection was different and you have to carve out all the threads on the bottom side. So to me, it just wasn't worth it. It just wasn't worth it at all. All right, next. We bring in the air intake. Take all the napkins away that I put in there. Okay. Now I'm going to take the air intake. Does not hurt to have a little extra light. Okay. There it is. It clicked. That's my first hose. Okay. These are my next hoses right here. This one's right here, where I had to put the extensions inside those things to clip them. So I'm almost gonna take them out the same way. I'm putting them in the same way I took them out. So I took this one out last. Went in there. It goes in there fine. There it is. That one clicked. That one clicked. So that's good. This here. What in the world? That's like a fuel line. Wait a minute. That one is there, but crap. Fuel line. Where'd that one go? Okay. So see? Now I'm gonna go back to my videos. Find out where this thing goes and how it goes. Because I don't remember it. So this line, maybe that's why they don't make videos on how to reassemble shit. Cause how to reassemble stuff. Because they're not gonna remember every step. That's another clip. It's a vacuum hose. It's already bent. like it's going inside of that thing. Okay, I'm not, unless it goes right here to this one. So it just moved in when I put this in. So all right, so we could continue. Then we got some wires here, so I'm gonna shove it in a little bit more inside. Okay, so I have two wires. This is the big one, goes on top over here, goes in like that. Okay, that went in. Alright, so I'm going like that. No, it goes in like this. There it is. Those two wires. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the back. These wires actually came through in here. Came through here like so. Where I got everything. Back. Okay. All right. Next, I'm actually gonna set this inside here. We got one more wire here. Hooks up on the top right here, but after I put this in place. All right, that's the next thing. I'm gonna check the video real quick. I'm just gonna review the video, make sure before I lock it into place. Make sure I don't forget anything. That's another reason why you should record this procedure. I'll be back.
No, like how many have you eaten so far? Like all through it was heated. Like how many?
Have 4 long screws and 3 nuts. And I got 1, 2, 3 nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. That's it right there. So we go screws. I always start everything by hand. Always. I don't want to cross thread anything. Maybe it takes a little more time. Maybe you guys can figure out a faster way to do things. But for this job, require patience. Good attitude. Some luck. And a lot of time. I think that's tight enough. Alright, so the fuel line gave me a hard time to install. It's more like it. So a gentle persuasive tap worked. It's all the way in now. My screws lined up. And everything seems to be okay. All right. Now I'm gonna start putting those clips Now we're gonna put the 4 screws that go inside this hole right here. 2 here and 2 on the back. One thing that I recommend doing is putting each set of bolts in a specific bag or location. I put everything here and then I knock this whole tray over. I had it in succession in order of the ones that I took out, but they got all mixed. So now I have to go back to the video, go back and forth and see what screws went where. But right now I got this board I'm gonna put here, and then I'm gonna continue the video. I always, like always, I put everything by hand and then tighten them. And I press the screw in the napkin. What it does, it holds it in place. And I start turning to hand start it. Okay, so I crank everything a little bit more. Alright, there we go. A few more connections. Put this connection here, squeeze. Okay. And we get this connection here. With this connection here, clip this connection going in here, clip a vacuum tube, snap in there. Snap in there. Same thing goes for this Torx screws. I think if we put a piece of paper, they kind of stay in there. Okay. Now these fuel lines would clip in here, I know this one clipped here, clipped there, that one clipped there, clipped in there as well, those wires. This one clipped here, clipped here, and this one clipped here and clipped there. And I think this one was a couple of screws for this clip. Goes in there like so. There's a couple of screws in there. This will clip in here like so. I gotta put this one in first and then that one second, because this will not go in if that one is in there first. So I'm gonna put this clip in here first with the 2 screws, and then I put this piece inside there. Oh, but first, before I do all of that, I'm going to connect this vacuum hose in here. Sometimes I wish I have 4 hands. There it is. It clicked. Okay. Then this wire harness. It's a couple of screws that holds it in place. I gotta hook that up too. Alright. Alright, I got the one screw for the wire harness in here, but I got the other one over there where I have the wrench. Oh, that's becoming a little bit difficult to do, but I'll get it. It's just going to take me some time, but just want to show you that it takes patience. You have to be patient with this thing. This by far classifies to me like the toughest screw in the whole operation. It's a tiny 1/2 inch 30 Torx screw that goes for this electrical box right here, goes all the way on the end over there. That was the toughest one to get out and the toughest one to pull back in. I had to use an angle tool, Torx, and a drill, but I got it in there now, so I'm pretty happy about that. This other one I have to tighten. It's not tight yet, the other Torx screw on top of the Y cable, and those two were pretty tough, but they're done. Got them. This piece right here first before I put the clip. So this piece right here goes like so. Okay, then after that is this clip. In here, so there's the clip. So I need 6 screws. Then I'm going to put that bottom piece. That piece is done and installed. And this clip is on there too. Now I got to put the piece that goes in there, the manifold. That's right here. So it's got the gasket. And I got to hook a wire to it. So goes like so, in there, and just gotta screw it, 4 long bolts and 1 wire. That's what's next. Easy stuff. This is installed. Next piece is this piece right here, and I put the hose clamp already in there to begin with, and hose clamp is loose. I'm going to use both hands to get it in there. Tip: when putting this piece, there is a little tab. Shine on the back. It's a little tab right here that goes about 2 o'clock. The hose clamp head goes on top right here. Okay, the hose clamp always has a nesting place where it nests right here in between these raised edges. That's where the hose clamp head nests. Now this opening right here connects to that clip over there. So just gotta make sure that hooks up in there like so, and it snaps in place. Okay, that's it. That one piece is done. With this booth, once I got it out, it doesn't want to snap in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray a little bit of WD-40. So it can help glide in there. The hose clamp is too tight. Was too loose. Now it snapped into place. There you go. Perfect. Next. Okay, this has a little piece right here that fits inside this little raised up right here. So if you got that lined up perfectly, it should go into this tube with no problem. It should snap in there. First I lined it up with that, and it goes in there just like that. Okay, next filter in place. We got one more hose clamp in here. Goes in here. Let me just tighten up a little bit. All right. Good. That's good. Goes in here. We put the snorkel next. Snorkel is next. Go ahead and hook up the battery right now and try to start it. See if you'll start. Here from the back seat because the back door was locked. So go ahead, make sure the ignition is off. Turn it off, like you turn it off, and take the key off. And then now go ahead and try to start it. Just put it up a little because it needs to get fuel. So put it like you're gonna start it, but don't crank it yet.
So now
Yeah, do
you're
it.
starting the car?
Wait. Nothing?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Now. Stop, out,
Stop.
off.
Uh-oh. So it looks like it was leaking.
Yeah, it was leaking.
It was leaking?
Leaking
Yeah,
gas.
it's leaking gas.
Really?
Yeah, but that's okay. It's leaking gas. Okay. It's leaking gas from here.
Sure.
No, right here. It's okay.
It's
It's no big deal.
It looks sporty, yeah.
It's one of the seals there. Just one place.
The wrong place.
That's it, Lina. Why you
Well,
need
stop
it?
me.
Okay, but I started, so that's good. Up with a fuel leak on the second nozzle from the front. So I gotta get the fuel manifold off and find out what's going on there. I gotta replace some O-rings or something, so we'll see what we do there. Okay. Replace the starter motor, put the fuel rail back in top of the fuel injector. We developed a leak on the number 2 fuel injector from the front. So now we're gonna disassemble the fuel rail from the injectors again and see if we can do something about this. See if we can fix it. Number 10 wrench, we remove 4 screws that hold the fuel rail to the engine. Yeah, I see the damaged O-ring. It's definitely cut. I see the little piece and everything here. That's the oil that was leaking, and there's a little piece right there. It's blurry. But you can see the O-ring is damaged. So I'm going to replace that O-ring. Then I'm going to lubricate each and every one of them with grease before I put it back. The O-ring I should have around 4 o'clock this afternoon. It's morning time, but I'll get it ready. Now all we have to do is squeeze. We need to squeeze the O-ring here. Squeeze it and then pry from underneath. This is the other little piece of O-ring. So this cannot be fixed. They damaged because I use WD-40, which it has a drying agent in it. So do not use WD-40. Gotta use grease or motor oil or gasoline. You can get away with gasoline too, and it will work as well. Inspection of the O-rings, I found out a couple of them were still have nicks and cuts. So what I decided to do is to go ahead and replace all the O-rings. And so I already took them out. I got the new ones right here. I got them from a local auto supply store that carries imports. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and replace all the O-rings on top. I believe I damaged them when I first tried to install the fuel rail without any lubrication. I think I damaged quite a few of them, so I'm just gonna keep them for spares, but I'm gonna use all new ones in this go around. So what I'll do is I'll start from here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this cap. I'm gonna use some regular motor oil. and I'm gonna lubricate each O-ring. So I lubricate the O-rings. Now I'm gonna lubricate the couplings here. What I do is I take the cup and I push it in. Okay, now I'm gonna try and put it in there. It's nice and lubricated. Clips right here. I'm gonna put these clips and put them in there. So, shit. Okay, that's one clip. Or both that hold the fuel rail manifold. I started the engine and it works. Slide it in here. 3 screws. All right, we're using 30. Just hand tight is enough. Next, I'm gonna do this crossbar here. Just like that. Had 2 screws there. Looks like you have 2 screws over there too. I only got 3 screws out though. Looks like you have 2 screws over here. 2 screws over there. I only saw 3 screws. I saw 1 here. We do.
Daddy, is this candy still good?
Yes.
How do you know? Oh, look, there's good.
Just want to snap. Okay. Then we're gonna put the filter in here. Turn it. Turn it. Gasket. To replace the starter on a BMW X3. Thank you for watching. Please like the video. Post any comments. I will try to help you in your endeavors and trying to replace this starter motor. If you have any questions on the video, please post a comment below. You can also subscribe. Please hit subscribe to help me out on these videos to try and get more views. And we'll see you later on the next video. Enjoy it.